Nighttime shopping centers. It's almost midnight right now. I'm not sure what the name of this shopping center is, but the one across the street is Desert Palms. That shopping center over there is really, really bright. Well, this one over here is really, really dark. And then I think across the street over there is going to be Pollack Warner Center. We're in Alma School of Warner today. They have this Ace Hardware shopping center. This Ace has been here for many years. So we're going to take a walk around. We're going to take a look. See what we can see. Sights and sounds. Let's go. My keys got tangled up on my cables. Okay. Locking it down. Right now it smells like paint. I don't know why it smells like paint. Not just any paint, like spray paint almost. Alright, well, let's go walk around and take a look. I can't remember if I locked the car or not. I think I did. Just double check that. Yeah, it's locked. We got some sort of Japanese food store there. Tokyo House. Dollar Tree. Let's take a look at this cool diner first. I think this diner's been rebranded from something else, but I forgot what it used to be. But it kind of has this old school aesthetic. Well, like the stainless steel panels and kind of the roundness to it. Chase's Diner. They're looking for a line cook. Oh wow, it looks even retro inside there. I got a whole bunch of awards on the thing. It's actually kind of cool looking. No trespassing, loitering, or soliciting. You know, maybe we look at this a little bit more. The air conditioners on this building are a little loud. But it looks like they got a whole, like, painted mural over here. Welcome to Chandler. This place is located in Chandler, Arizona. Very 1950s aesthetics. I've never been to this place. I might actually consider going here now. It looks interesting. I smell chicken. It smells like fried chicken, but I don't know what place has that going on. There's a whole bunch of like little restaurants over here that are still open right now. Let me just double check what time it is. I think it's around midnight. Oh, it's 11:42 local time here in Arizona. Over here we have a Dollar Tree. They used to be a dollar store, but I think they started transitioning upwards since you can't really sell products for $1 anymore. Let's see, we got Cogburn's Big Wings. That place looks like it's still open. Maybe that's where the chicken's from. Could be the wings place. I don't think they fry their chicken, do they? It's more just barbecued. Yes Cafe, coffee and tea. Boost Mobile. Now it smells like drywall. Maybe stuccoing. Floor Source. Alright, here we have Ace Hardware. This place has been here for a long time, as long as I can remember. Ace Hardware is a hardware store that's... I don't really know much about its origins. I don't think it's an Arizona-only company. I think they're all over the place, but this specific one has been here for a while. And this is kind of the big anchor store of this whole corner. On the sign, it pretty much only advertises this store and the Dollar Tree. So that's what you have to go look forward to here. Bakery and food to go. Guess it's just regular bread, maybe pastries. The smell has changed again. Now it smells like fertilizer. Not sure why there's so many distinct smells in such a short, small area. It smells kind of like fertilizer, or maybe like bubble juice. A very strange smell. Maker's Heaven, or Haven. Makers welcome, inspiration spark, dreams built, ideas brought to life. What is this? DIY making kits? Oh, so I guess they have like some sort of like, not exactly sure what it is. I think it's like kits and stuff you can buy to make things on your own. Taqueria Mi Casita. Mexican food. Wow, it's very themed on the inside there. Not a very big store, it looks like, but they got a lot of themed items there. Sapiro's cakes. Oh man, those cakes in there look good. You can see them from here. Here's the hookah bar, people doing hookah stuff. The smell has changed again. Now it smells like diapers. It smells like diapers. Maybe diapers and baby powder. Very, very strange. Alright, so that's this shopping center. I guess it's owned by the Eisenberg Company. They're the managers of this area. A lot of crickets down here in these racks. That means there's probably lots of scorpions. Alright, we got Pollack Warner Plaza across the street. Looks a little bit better lit over there. We'll go that side next. Right now we're walking down Warner Street. We got Alma School up here. To our left we have a Taco Bell. They're open late. It still seems like they're doing pretty well after that health scare thing that happened with the lettuce. That's been big in the news. I guess the government like accidentally blamed Taco Bell's lettuce as one of the big contributors to this health craze, and they took a whole bunch of the lettuce away, but then they found out it wasn't even their lettuce that was the problem. Their lettuce returned back clean, but now everyone's scared to go there because they've seen them in the news and everyone's saying Taco Bell, they're bad. Alright, our little walkie button goes in the wrong direction here. I don't know if we get time to just walk or... Oh, I guess there's another button over here. Wait, what button walks where? Is this our button? This makes it seem like I want to walk in the other direction. I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. I guess we could just try pushing both buttons and see what happens. Why not? Let's go push both buttons. These aren't the fancy buttons like they have in Tempe, though. They don't talk to you or beep. Alright, which side are we going to get to go to first? Looks like we're going left. I wanted to go right first, but left it in. That truck will make for some good sound. Oh dang. He almost hit someone. I smell chicken again. Where's that chicken smell coming from? Maybe it's Walmart. Oh. See if I gotta adjust my sound thing here. Alright, we're slowly coming up to a sign we can actually use as the marquee. Although this isn't one of the main areas we started with. Oh, I forgot to go see Lenny Burger. I've always wondered about that place. It's actually across the street, back over by the Tokyo house. I forgot to walk over in that direction before I started walking around here. We'll hit that place at some point. Ugh, it's really hot right now. Alright. This shopping center is like super bright. At least it's half of it. We'll see. I want to see if I can get up closer to the sign here without causing any issues. Maybe we'll get the other side of the sign. This side has a tree and it's in the shade. Burlington deals, wow. Desert Palms, Chandler, Arizona. This side is much brighter than all of the other sides that we see, but it doesn't look like there's a lot going on here. One of their big anchor stores doesn't really have anything going. It does say something's coming soon though. Let's see if we can't walk around and see what's up. It is a little concerning that it is like super bright, because that could mean that it's also very well watched, which means I might run into some issues. Looks like they have some sort of construction going on at Image Studios. I don't know what that is. It could be like a body image store. This part right here looks kind of like what the whole shopping center used to look like with this brick fascia. It looks like they're starting to phase that out by putting all this painted area on here. But you can kind of see some of the classic look to it, which had this like shingled roof and the brick fascia. This whole thing used to be like that red brick color. But I guess at some point they decided it looked too old and they wanted to transition it to white. Not only is that kind of annoying in the desert, because every time there's a dust storm it's going to get dirty. Alright, so Burlington Brands is not here yet. That apparently is what's going in here. It's kind of weird that you're putting in a like discount clothing store, because this is the Deals Brands Wow store and not the actual Burlington Coat Factory store. But you got that right next to Ross. Oh, I guess Ross isn't here either. That's weird. I thought that Ross was here. From the outside, far away looking in, it looks like it's already all good to go. But they don't even have anything inside there yet. It's still painting the walls. Interesting. You got a PNC Bank over there in the corner. They just trimmed all the palm trees, it looks like. They all have that weird, ugly, pointy look. I don't like that. But everyone seems to trim their trees that way. PetSmart's now open. I thought that there was a Walmart over here. Maybe I was mistaken. Ooh, it's really hot over here. There's a security guy over there, so we're gonna try to stay away from that. We're gonna walk over this way. I'm sure if this guy sees us or if he gets any alerts, that he's gonna be coming over to us, so I don't have any bad intentions on anything, but he don't know that. Oh, there is a Walmart. It's way down there. Maybe we can walk down there if we stay on the outside edge here. I don't know. Do we really want to go see Walmart? Let's do it. Oh, there's a rabbit over there. Several rabbits. They're running across the field here. So this Walmart has a little history with me. It's the Walmart I got in trouble that one time, and they're wanting to try to like interview me to figure out how I got a hold of something. I went in there for some random, I don't usually go to this Walmart at all, but for some reason I was in this area. I think I was picking up somebody, and I came over here to this Walmart just to kind of just go see there, you know, spend some time in it while I was waiting for the time to roll to pick whoever I was trying to pick up at the time. I think it was my brother. Well, I walked in there, went back to the video game section, and lo and behold, on the shelf was Waluigi amiibos. They weren't supposed to come out for like another month. So I was like, oh, there's a Waluigi amiibo. I didn't think that was supposed to be out yet. It was just sitting out on the shelf. Well, I went over there, I picked it up, and I took it to the front and went down the self-checkout lane and tried to buy it. And I guess that flagged something, because they had like a whole security force come out and like corner me, like asking me how I got a hold of this. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's on the shelf over there. Like, you can't buy this. How did you get a hold of it? And, you know, sitting over there interrogating me at the front of the store. They had me surrounded by, I think, like 4 guys. Like the manager of the store, the security personnel that they had, and I think someone else from the electronics center. I told them it was over there. I'm like, well, you can't buy this. I'm like, okay. So I left it with them, and I was starting to walk away, and I just decided to go back there because I was going to go grab all of them and bring them back up to the front to them, because they were making a big deal about this and like checking the camera and all that other stuff. So I walked back over there to the video game center, and because they were wanting also to like let me. I was trying to follow them. It wasn't me just like going back there. They wanted to know more about what happened, so I went all the way down to the video game center again and pointed it out on the shelf. Like, look, they're just sitting out. They're all there. I could just pick it up and walk off with it. I didn't even get any thank you or anything. They just kind of ignored me after that point. I'm sure somebody probably got fired for that. They're real strict when it comes to breaking street dates with a lot of video game stuff, so anytime any incident like that comes out, Nintendo comes down on them hard. No harm, no foul on their end because they didn't actually sell it, but still they have to do a whole after action report and kind of figure out what happened to it. The temperature has gone way up over here. It's probably close to 108 degrees right now at night. So here you have Walmart. I don't want to get too close to that because it's bad voodoo. Bad juju. Yeah, let's stay away from that. Can I get back out to the main street without having to cross past the security guy again? Man, it's just so hot over here. There's a rabbit on the street over here. I don't know if you guys can see him. There he goes. We'll cut through this way. Whoa, bugs. There's a car wash we have here. It's been here for quite a while. Don't really know much about it. Got absorbed trying to talk about Walmart. In my story of almost getting arrested at Walmart for breaking the street date of buying a Waluigi amiibo early. So I guess word of advice, if you do find stuff like that, don't buy it. Just leave it on the shelf. Avoid having any issues. It's hot. Can feel Osmo warming up. Hopefully he's not going to overheat. It's midnight. Happy Friday. Alright, I don't know if we're going to make it in time before the device here overheats or not. We'll see if it lasts. Because it's really hot right now. Usually it does pretty good when it's in the shade, which there's no sun directly hitting on it. Some other buildings we didn't quite get to see was that red one over there, but that's where the security guy's kind of sitting there idling. Ideally, I would like to go to these places around when there's no one here, including the security. Because I don't want to get in trouble. Technically, I guess we could say we're trespassing because we're here with no rhyme or reason. I'm surprised nobody's reported me or anything saying that I'm casing the areas, walking around in front of stores with a camera. It's weird, it doesn't smell like a Wendy's, but it smells like food. I guess that Wendy's smell. It smells like fryer oil. But it kind of has like a sweet smell to it. There's noticeably a lot less crickets over here, but they do got rabbits. We didn't see rabbits across the street, but we did see crickets. They're definitely bringing the life back to the shopping center that's been stagnant for a while, because most of the shops over here are down. But it looks like they finally got themselves some anchors over here. Walmart's been there for a while, but PetSmart, Ross, and Burlington, that's going to be pretty good up for this place. I'm not sure the story behind it and why all the shop retailers left, because the shopping center across the way seemed pretty populated, and a lot of the Pollock establishments are very populated as well. So I'm not sure why this one of all of them, which looks the nicest of all, I would say, of all the ones here on this corner, is the one that's least populated. And I mean that they say nicest because they got like good landscaping, good lighting, fresh coats of paint on the building. It looks well maintained. It's just kind of, where is everything? There ain't nothing here. Other than Walmart, there's no real reason for me to go over here. Got some interesting tires on that thing. Alright, if we can get across the street here in the direction I wanted to go, we can go to the next shopping center, which is Pollack Warner Center. This is home to the biggest candy store in Arizona. I think it is. I think this is the one. It's hard to tell during the night because it looks a lot different than it did during the day. But I believe this is where it's... Yeah, this is definitely where it's at. Arizona's largest candy store. Alright, we're gonna hit the button here and hope for the best. Not sure what direction it's gonna let us go here. So we kind of stand up over here and see. We want to get diagonally across the street, so it doesn't matter what direction we move, as long as we have the okay to do it. The light didn't change for us. This shopping center, or this corner, I guess, is kind of weird with these buttons. These buttons confuse me when they come to which button do I push that corresponds to the direction I want to go. Maybe. Alright, I guess we're going back this way. So that button turned this way. So that means that we need to push the button on this side to go to the other direction. So let's do that. See if we can do it before 20 seconds is up here, so that we can maybe make the next light cycle. So this time we're going to push this button and see if this changes anything. Hopefully we'll be able to go this way. Something I just noticed is that there's actually a walkway here that goes below the sign. That's pretty interesting. Oh, look. Our direction, we can finally move. Alright, we're crossing over Warner here, heading up along Alma School as we move on to our next point of interest. Here we are. We made it. Let's go this way. This sign is actually illuminated over here, while the other one over there is not lit up. So for our marquee, we could use this one. We got Pollack Warner Plaza. Owned by, I think it's called Pollack Investments. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna try to get us up here so we can look at the sign. American Furniture Galleries, sweets, candy, sweeties. Pollack Warner Plaza. Man, this is a really big sign. I'm smelling the urinal cake smell again. Or the diaper smell, I guess. I'm not sure where that smell is coming from or why we're smelling it. This used to be a 99-cent store. The 99-cent store. But many of them are closing down because you can't sell stuff for 99 cents no more. It's just not profitable. It had to be like a 5 dollar store now. Kind of like Five Below is like the new 99-cent store. But it ain't 99 cents no more. It's $5 or less. You got an epic comic store right next to a karate shop. Something for everyone. Can't read that sign up there, but it says like Acceptance Auto Insurance. A very fancy building. The little light bulbs along the outside edge really bring it together here. Fairly well lit for the area. Looks like they got a lot of old lamps here though. This used to be a Big Lots. Long ago, Big Lots used to be called McFrugal's. I don't know why they changed the name. I like McFrugal's better. They'd always have this McFrugal's guy commercial, and the way he says it was always funny. McFrugal's. Oh, the temperature's spiking again. It's hot. Here we are. Arizona's largest candy store. At least at one point. I don't know if it still currently is, but it definitely was within like 10 years ago. I don't believe they've opened up any bigger stores since then. But here we have it. Sweeties Candies. I used to go in here all the time for Jawbreakers, but around the pandemic time, they told me that Jawbreakers were being discontinued, which I didn't know that you could discontinue such a, like, important candy, I guess. You would think a lot of people would go here for Jawbreakers or to a candy store for Jawbreakers. It's like the only place you could buy them. I was so disappointed. I haven't checked to see if they've ever come back, but they were saying that they're discontinuing them. Not sure what Kids Room is. I don't think it's like a play center or anything like that. Maybe it is, I don't know. Oh no, that's part of the furniture store. So you have American FU Itcher Galaxy Galleries. I don't think they're related to the other American furniture that they have here. The big store. Maybe it is. This could be like an offshoot of it. Actually, I think it is actually an offshoot of it. Kind of like what we saw across the street with that Burlington Coat Factory thing. What is this? Office furniture. Is what it says up here. Oh, this is also part of the furniture center. I don't know, just for some reason this eye-blindingly red LED bulbs around the outside edge perimeter of the window is very eye-catching. Seems like the lights are stopping over here, or they're not as prominent. We got Zorobaz Greek Cafe. AZ Nails. Appliances for less. Looks like they still maybe scratch and dent appliances. That fridge in the front looks like it's got a pretty big dent in it. Not sure what they do with that. Oh, man, the heat. There's a wig store. It's a pretty big store for wigs. For some reason it smells like butter. Oh. It smells like butter. I don't know why. Like hardcore, like someone's baking with butter or something. And we've got an urban pizzeria. Usually the word urban means it's going to be kind of hipster indie. What does that butter smell though? Smells like cooking butter. Something I just realized. This is new. I don't remember this being over here. This is a Carolina's Mexican food. I didn't know they had a franchise over here. Pretty sure Carolina's is native to Arizona. Their main store is in downtown Phoenix, and they're known for their tortillas. Usually around the Christmas season, that place has like huge amounts of pre-orders and sales of tortillas and tamales. This is an offshoot of that original store. They started franchising them out into smaller stores around the valley. I guess larger, because that store's pretty small that they have in downtown. But yeah, it's pretty good Mexican food. If you could swing it, definitely try to go to the original one in downtown Phoenix. It kind of looks a little run down, like a hole in a wall, at the original one though, compared to these much newer, more modernized ones. Looks very nice on the outside. I was thinking about going over there, but I think we could just get it from here. Is across the street here, Alma School, we have the fire station. One of them. One's in Chandler here. So I guess the Pollard place is also suffering from a lot of vacant stores. Don't really need a lot of retail space at the moment. It's a hard economy to be in, the retail market, especially with online markets pretty much dominating right now. Nobody has any need to go to a physical store location anymore. I'm glad we got the other sign, because this one's kind of lame with its for a lease. They don't even have any companies on the sign. The wind is starting to pick up, so the temperature's dropped a little bit, but it's still really hot outside. It's almost like the wind feels like oven air hitting your face. Like if you open the oven, you kind of get that waft of like hot air on your face. It kind of feels like that. Right now, smells are pretty neutral. Don't know if there's anyone sitting here at this bus stop before you go past it real fast here. Nope, no one's here. Never know the types of people you meet here at midnight. This should be a pretty safe part of town, but you never know. Alright, so I think if we want to go straight, we have to hit this button. I think we finally figured this place out. Let's hit it. Not sure how long we're going to have to wait. We'll see if we can get over to Lenny Burger and see what that's about. And then I guess we'll call it a video. We're already getting almost 40 minutes. We've been walking around a lot. Didn't realize that there's that much walkable space over here. Shops and stores that are sort of close proximity. I mean, that shopping center over there was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Like, it's a far walk to Walmart. It didn't look that far from here, though. I should have brought some water. Dying right now. I don't know who owns the shopping center. It doesn't have a prominent name like the other ones do. But I don't think it's a Pollack Center. I guess you could say of all the shopping centers around here, this one's probably doing the best. With the most tenants that are still active in the area. And the least amount of storefronts that are abandoned or not have anyone in them. A very prominent center on this corner. Eisenberg. Alright, we're back at the car, but we're going to go up the street here a little bit to see what this Lenny Burger place is. I've seen it like almost every time I drive by in this area. And I've been curious to think to stop there, but I've never been hungry enough at the time I'm passing through here to decide to try to stop. So let's see what Lenny's Burger is. During the day, its aesthetic stands out amongst all the other shops in this area. Well, this might actually be a Pollack Center, or at least this little bit over here. This part might not be, but this part is. I guess we could have walked through there. There's a lot of cars over here. I want to try to stay away from vehicles, so it doesn't look like I'm trying to case them for anything, looking for stuff to steal or anything like that. Don't want to do that. This is the Pollack Pep Boys Plaza. I didn't know Pep Boys was still a thing. Many of them are starting to close down all over the valley. They're getting beat out by Firestone. The Firestone auto centers are popping up all over the place, while these guys are disappearing a lot. So we got the Pollack Pep Boy Plaza. There are sure a lot of stores that are crammed into this small shopping center. One of the more prominent stores here is the pool store. I think I remember reading a fact somewhere that said there's approximately 25 pools per mile in Arizona. Like every other house has a pool. My house doesn't have a pool. It smells like a pool store, like chlorine and stuff. This is where you can go to get your equipment to either help install pools, maintain pools, clean pools, and there's also like pool toys and stuff too. Another kung fu place. I think we've already seen two on our trip here. Charboiled Peruvian chicken. Grail collectibles. They got Pokemon cards. All Cure medical equipment and supplies. Wonder if you can buy an AED in there. I've always been curious about buying something like that. Like it'd be cool to own an AED. Although you need other people to help you use it. Still would be a cool thing to like have in your car. This is a really weird Pep Boys. Normally Pep Boys stores are like attached to like an actual store. You can go in and buy like auto parts and tires and all sorts of like things. It'd be more like an auto zone with a attached garage. So here we have the menu for Lenny Burger. They got hot sandwiches, shakes, and floats. Their ice cream's pretty cheap here. An ice cream cone, $1.29. You don't see prices like that no more. They got corn dogs. The burgers look pretty yummy, at least on these pictures. That doesn't mean that they'll actually be yummy. Lenny's Burgers. Can't read the little sign there. Since 1984, smoking hot. It kind of has that retro diner aesthetic inside there too, with the checker tiles and stuff. When it's open, this store has a lot of like neon and things along the outside fascia. So it stands out a lot more in the shopping center here just because of its aesthetics. Especially with these colorful umbrellas, the neon lighting stuff. I don't think it's actual neon, I think it's probably like LED now, but kind of has that aesthetic to it. But it definitely stands out from everything else in this area here, which doesn't really have any character to it like this place does. Alright, I think we'll probably call it here now. We've been almost walking around for an hour. There's a lot more here than I thought that there was going to be. Something we didn't get to on the other side is the Red Brick Eatery. We didn't walk all that far because we didn't walk around the Image Place because of all the construction over there. But it looks like there was another shopping center there, or store, that we missed on our tour here. You can see it from across the street here. Still never been to Lenny's Burger. Might have to figure out a time to get over here and actually try it. Temperature spiking again. The wind has completely stopped now. We were getting a light breeze, now we got nothing. Smoke shop. Smoke shop's right next to the wine shop. Wine shop looks a little weird. Not what you would expect to see in a wine shop. Like you expect to see like maybe a cellar or something like that kind of look. You know, maybe the bottles are all in darkness, but they're just prominently on shelves and in the window, standing upright. I thought wine bottles are supposed to lay on their side or something to keep them from spoiling. Alright, we're back. An hour walk. Just about 50 minutes. Man, that's some exercise right there. Definitely not a walkable city. That's Arizona for you. Plug this in here. We'll do our sign off. Let you guys go. For those of you guys along with me for the ride here. Didn't expect this one to go that long, but hey, you guys got more content this time. Maybe more than 2 people will watch it. We'll see. But hopefully you guys like this one. Leave likes, comments, subscribes. Always like seeing that kind of stuff. And let me know if you guys want to know anywhere else. I mean, there's all sorts of shopping centers at night we can go take a look at. Maybe we'll try to do some more stuff during the day, but with as hot as it is, especially in the dead heat of summer right now, it's hard to record outside during the day because my audio and video equipment will like almost melt anytime you step outside with that stuff on. But we'll see you guys next week for some more binaural record sights and sound. Me, host Dan, and have a good one.